For thousands of years people have looked to the sky to understand the sea. A lone fisherman scans the horizon, the wind, the clouds, the sun. They are a guide. They tell him when it is safe to go out on the water. They hint at where the fish might be hiding today. This deep connection is a story as old as humanity, a dance between the surface and the depths. A rhythm passed down from parent to child like a precious family heirloom. This ancient relationship is changing in ways we have never seen. The weather is becoming less predictable. Familiar patterns are starting to shift and warp. Imagine a map you have used your whole life. Now imagine that map being slowly redrawn. Old landmarks move. New dangers appear where passages once were. From the icy waters of the Arctic to the warm tropical seas near the equator. Weather can give great bounty or cause great hardship. A calm, sunny day, a full net, and a happy return to port. A sudden storm, danger, loss, a fight for survival. Today the extremes are more common. This isn't just about fishermen, it's about all of us. We all depend on healthy oceans. When a big storm rolls in from the sea, we see the chaos it causes on land. We see the powerful winds, we see the heavy rains. But what happens beneath the waves? For ocean creatures, a major storm is like an earthquake, and like a hurricane happening all at once. Massive waves churn the water violently, stirring up the seafloor. That churn can destroy delicate coral reefs. Healthy reef like a bustling underwater city. Storms can smother seagrass beds. Seagrass are nurseries for young fish. Sediment buries the blades in sand and silt, leaving baby fish with nowhere to hide or feed. Heavy rain also has a huge impact. Massive freshwater pours into coastal areas, changing the saltiness of the water. Many species need a specific salt level. A sudden flood of fresh water can stress them. It can drive them into deeper water, or it can be fatal. That change is like altering the very air they breathe. These shifts can create dead zones where few creatures survive, disrupting the food web for weeks or months. Just like us, fish have a preferred temperature range where they feel most comfortable. Think about it. You would not want to wear a winter coat on a hot summer day. Fish are the same. They are cold-blooded. Their body temperature is regulated by the water around them. When the ocean gets too warm, it becomes very stressful for them. This heat can affect their breathing. It can affect their ability to find food. It can even affect their ability to reproduce. For many fish, a few degrees can make the difference between a healthy home and one they cannot survive. That forces them to make a difficult choice. We are witnessing one of the greatest migrations in history. It is happening silently, beneath the waves. As ocean temperatures steadily rise, many species are on the move. They are swimming away from the equator. They are seeking out cooler waters to thrive. Species once common in warm regions are turning up much farther north or south. This massive shift is redrawing the map of ocean life. Entire neighborhoods of fish are packing up and moving to new frontiers. This migration creates a chain reaction through the marine food web. When a fish type leaves, its predators lose their primary food. Those predators must find something new or follow their prey. Let's travel to the coast of Peru, where fishermen have for centuries relied on the nutrient-rich, cold waters of the Humboldt Current. This current brings up food from the deep ocean, supporting a massive population of anchovies. These tiny fish are the foundation of one of the world's largest fisheries. But now, climate patterns like El Niño are becoming more frequent and intense. Now let's fly across the world to the river deltas of Bangladesh. Here, millions of people live their lives intertwined with the rhythm of the monsoon rains and the fish that thrive in the vast network of rivers and floodplains. But the weather patterns are changing. The monsoons are becoming more erratic, sometimes bringing devastating floods and other times failing to deliver enough rain. Stronger cyclones sweep in from the Bay of Bengal with greater frequency, pushing salt water from the ocean far inland. In the chilly waters of the North Atlantic, off the coast of New England in the United States, a similar story is unfolding. The Gulf of Maine is warming faster than almost any other part of the world's oceans. This has been devastating for the region's iconic cod fishery. Cod are cold water fish, and as the ocean has heated up, their populations have struggled to reproduce and have moved north into cooler Canadian waters. Fishermen who once made a good living catching cod now find them scarce. Faced with these incredible challenges, fishermen around the world are showing remarkable resilience and ingenuity. They're not just passively watching these changes happen, they're actively adapting their strategies to survive. One of the most common adaptations is changing the type of fish they target. A lobster fisherman in Maine might notice that fewer lobsters are in his traps, more black sea bass are appearing. So he invests in new gear and learns new techniques to catch this fish. This flexibility is crucial for staying in business when old species are no longer reliable. They're changing where they fish and when they fish. Fish are migrating toward the poles, so fishermen travel much farther from home ports. That means spending more on fuel, spending more days at sea, and being away from their families. Communities are turning to cooperation and information sharing. Fishermen form cooperatives to pool resources and share data about where fish are found. If one boat finds a hotspot, they tell the others. That makes everyone more efficient and reduces wasted time and fuel. Community and teamwork are replacing pure competition. Beyond fishing, some diversify income. Scientists around the globe are working tirelessly to understand the profound effects of climate change on our oceans. They are like detectives gathering clues from every corner of the marine world. One of the most important tools they use is satellite technology. Satellites circling the Earth can measure sea surface temperatures with incredible accuracy, giving us a global picture of how and where the ocean is warming. Scientists use that data to create maps that track ocean heat waves, predict which areas are most at risk, and provide early warnings for vulnerable coral reefs and the fishing communities that depend on them. To see beneath the surface, scientists deploy an army of robotic explorers. Fleets of autonomous underwater vehicles drifting buoys in the Argo Array patrol the oceans day and night. These robots dive deep, collecting data on temperature, salinity, and currents at different depths. They surface and transmit that data back to labs on land. That creates a three-dimensional view of ocean health, shows how heat moves through the water column, and reveals new pathways or barriers for migrating fish. Scientists also study the fish themselves to see how they're responding. In labs, they examine ear bones called otoliths under microscopes. The partnership between fishermen and scientists is becoming one of our most powerful tools in navigating these changing waters. No one knows the ocean better than the fishermen who spend their lives on it, and no one has the tools to analyze large-scale changes better than scientists. When they work together, amazing things happen. Fishermen can provide real-time observations from the water, noting unusual fish catches or strange water conditions. Technology is also giving fishermen a new edge. Advanced fish-finding sonar can do more than just locate schools of fish. It can help fishermen identify the species and size of the fish before they even put their nets in the water. This helps them target the right fish and avoid accidentally catching non-target species or young fish that need to grow. This smart fishing technology makes fishing more efficient and much more sustainable. Better weather forecasting, powered by supercomputers and satellite data, is also a game changer. Instead of just knowing a storm is coming, fishermen can now get detailed, multi-day forecasts about wave heights, wind direction, and ocean currents. This allows them to plan their trips more safely and efficiently. Some new apps and services even provide fishery forecasts, which combine weather data with ocean models to predict where fish are most likely to be found on a given day. This helps reduce the fuel and time spent searching, which is good for the fisherman's wallet and for the environment. Protecting our oceans may seem like a huge task, but it starts with small, powerful choices. Choices each of us can make every day. One of the most important things you can do is be a thoughtful consumer when buying seafood. Look for labels and guides that show sustainable options. Monterey Bay Aquarium. Seafood Watch is a trusted example. Check for best choice ratings when you buy. By choosing best choice, you send a message to the market. Your dollars become a vote for a better future. Another way to help is to reduce your carbon footprint. Ocean warming and acidification are driven by rising carbon dioxide. Most of that CO2 comes from burning fossil fuels. Use less electricity at home. Walk or bike instead of driving when you can. Reduce waste. When millions of people make small changes, it creates a big impact. Support leaders and policies that promote clean energy, wind energy, solar energy. Be a champion for our oceans in your community. Participate in local beach cleanups. Educate yourself. Support fishing communities on the front lines of change. The horizon is full of challenges, yes, but it is also bright with the promise of what we can achieve when we decide to protect the amazing and vital world that lies beneath the waves.